Oh, I'm suing. What a time. I can't believe that was like 3 years ago. Yeah. In Your Neighborhood podcast, we just heard the clap. We make it clap from Naughty 40, a.k.a. 8 times 5, a.k.a. 30 plus 10 plus 5. Take back that 5, 40 in the building.
What you saying, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. As I said before, I don't really care how you're doing.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And we've got someone returning to the neighborhood, but in the flesh. Now, let me introduce you to this guy. Reintroduce you to this guy, actually. And in my opinion, he has the fastest rising YouTube channel in the whole of UK. He's transcended the Northeast, He's transcended the Northeast. I mean, I thought he's just nodding his head.
I agree. I forgot it was a podcast. So I was just listening.
Thought he was
People can't say it though.
yeah, thought he was nodding his head and feeling proud, like, yes.
I was watching, thinking, this is good.
Yeah.
I forgot I had to get involved.
We got John O'Ramsey in the building. JR!
Oh, hello.
Ride Music CEO.
CEO.
Former teammate of Reali-T, because we did the Hip Hop Hangover podcast, which is also known as the Jeremy Kyle of the Northeast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We won't relive those days.
No, they've been buried now. They're
Too much PTSD.
Private SoundCloud links that no one's gonna.
Yeah, we've moved on from then. You've got a full beard. I'm getting there.
Did I not have one then? I swear I thought I had one then.
You probably did.
Oh.
I probably mentioned it a lot of the time.
Nah, you're right. I think it was pretty weak.
I was just jealous. Well, mine's coming through. Can you see the?
Yeah, it's doing good.
Yeah, it's getting there. I've nearly reached full puberty.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Jono, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
How you doing?
Yeah, really good. I think.
How's life going? I see you with your electrical car.
Oh well, yeah. That's something. So yeah, I got a new car, electric car.
Yeah.
I had to do maths to find out whether I could get to Stockton. I thought I was gonna just die on the motorway and the car was gonna run out of battery. Imagine your car running out of battery. That's a reality for me now. I've got a reality that wasn't even there.
Oh, bars,
so yeah,
bars.
I've got to plug in my car out the window basically. But other than that, life's great.
What? Why did you decide to get an electrical car?
Right, so I went on, the website where you can, get the car on finance or whatever.
Yeah.
It's Kazoo. I mean, we're not promoting them or anything, but
No.
Anyway, so it said hybrid, yeah, and the guy turns up and gets it off the trolley, the van. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's a hybrid. And he's like,
so that's hybrid is petrol
and electric, yeah. And he's like, no, it's full electric. And I was like, oh, ooh.
So you got sold the dream,
basically. But then I don't know. I'm not one of those people who's too embarrassed to take things back or anything.
Yeah.
But I just thought, actually, maybe I can roll with this. I've got a drive now in my house.
Bloody
house.
hell.
I'm living the life. Living the life.
He's
so
moved up.
Extravagant.
It is very extravagant.
Ride Music is successful now, man.
I am.
It's too bougie for us.
I've got a drive and there's a car on it, and that's all I've ever wanted. But no, I can back up the car to the window and then chuck the car charging port thing out the window, and everyone's like, "Oh, do you not need to install something? You just plug it into the wall."
It's like a phone.
Yeah, it's like a phone, but it takes 3 hours.
With 4 wheels.
3 hours to drive 5 miles or something.
What?
Nah, I'm joking. It's
you have to drive slow so the electricity doesn't.
Well, yeah, there is that,
Yeah.
but it's every hour of charge is 20 miles, on your range.
Bloody hell.
So you've got to charge it for 3.5, 4 hours. But if you pay to get the big thing installed, then it goes quicker. This is it sounds like an episode of Top Gear now. It's the Grand Tour.
Imagine if you're running late for work and you've had a tough week and it's I forgot to charge my car.
Well, yeah, you can't just be like, oh, babe, do you want to just go somewhere today? It's like, we need to plan that 5 days in advance. I need to charge this. No, well, at least a night in advance.
Yeah.
I need to leave it on charge all night. We need to know where I'm going to charge it when I get there. You know what I mean? We have to work out all this stuff. The clickbait title on this is going to be really exciting. It's man reviews electric car.
How to plan your day around an electric car.
Electric car review.
We might get what's that name? Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, get him on.
Thank you.
No, we don't like him. We don't want him. Go to sleep in this B word. But electric car, I don't think I would ever get one. But to be honest, you know what I would love to get is one of those solar. Is there such thing as those cars where it charges from the sun?
Is it? I don't think so.
Well, there should be. Tesla, work it out. Elon Musk, work it out. If you're watching, Elon Musk is probably watching. Elon Musk, work it out. Is that what to say?
Doesn't it take ages to get energy from the sun like that though?
I mean, in Britain probably, but if you're in somewhere like Spain,
yeah, maybe it's better for there.
Yeah,
I've got this little bobblehead that kind of moves. It's powered by the sun. So if we can take that and like make it like it's kind of size of a car.
Who did we get in here today?
No. Have you never seen those little bobbleheads? And it just kind of goes like dances, but it's like
it's powered by the sun.
Yeah, so you leave it on the windowsill, and it's kind. You wake up in the morning, it's kind of just going like.
So if there's not enough sun, it's not going to be dancing.
Yeah, so
Reminds me of me.
I've got this little skeleton one from Halloween, and it's really annoying actually. It's like a clock, but with no purpose.
I didn't know there was that type of thing. Listen, Jono, let's go on to the real topics. What the hell is this? Bloody hell, son. So we're talking about Wiley. We were talking about Wiley before we started the pod.
Yeah.
Saying Wiley is almost like a he who must not be named now, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, actually, it's not that far. It's not that far. No. He who must not be named. Just watch previous episodes. Jono and I used to mention he who must not be named a lot on our
all right, yeah, we
dead podcast.
We had this thing about Mr. Kelly.
Yeah. He who must not be named. Flipping hell, son. Gosh,
it's like Candyman if you say his name 3 times.
He's gonna show up in your closet. Wait, so Wiley.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, that was R. Kelly.
Yeah, it was R. Kelly, yeah. You're making out like everyone listened to this. No one listened to it, I think. Yeah. Like, no one listened to that.
But we call him he who must not be named.
We do, yeah.
Because we don't like to name him. So Wiley, he's fallen into that category a bit now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let me just cut to the chase. Listen. Some black people gonna be racist too.
Yeah?
Yep. I'm sorry, guys. Like, that's the world we're living in. You can't just say things about other cultures, other races, and just because you're black, you think you can get away with it. That's my stance. And I think I know you guys don't want to touch on that subject about the race and stuff because, like, but I believe, like, if you want to treat everyone equally, treat everyone nicely, don't single out a certain race of people, certain culture of people, and say they're a certain way. Yeah. And say I can do it because I'm this way.
Yeah, no, that's my like thought entirely. And it came back up again because Giggs was like, "Oh, we should forgive Wiley and stuff," and it's been a year and whatever. So I did a little video on it, and people are still really divided. You know, you have people who are like cult Wiley fans. Like, well, they're not gonna like turn the back on him for anything. Doesn't matter what he says. And some of the things that it's like, oh, like, no, what he was saying was facts. He was spitting facts. It's like the guy posted like 20 to 30 tweets. A lot of them just horrible. Some of them things that were like maybe things you could debate about, you know, Israel or Palestine, all that kind of stuff. Which is fair. That's like fair enough, debatable things. But then when you're just going, I don't like Jews. It's kind of like, maybe we should call them out a little bit on that, like
exactly.
But people still defend that, and it's like you can't just spit out 30 things without thinking about like a religion or a race of people, and then be surprised that someone's like, actually, nah, Wiley, we're not gonna let that happen. Really,
I mean, Wiley, grime pioneer, godfather of grime, without a doubt. However, that shouldn't excuse certain things. What do you think, 40?
I think the music's top tier, like not all of it, obviously. Because there's a lot, but yeah, like I'm a Wiley fan, music wise. I think he just does a lot of stuff that's meant as publicity, and I think sometimes he gets it wrong. Like you see him recycle things a little bit if you followed him closely. And I remember he had a bit of a thing years ago on Twitter where he was kind of maybe not as brutally, but like he was kind of saying that like Asians were against him. Which is effectively what he was saying about Jews. He felt like they'd been against him because he'd had bad interactions with certain Jewish businessmen in the music industry. And then he just kind of said, well, everyone's like that who's Jewish, and that's where the issue is, isn't it? But he'd kind of done a bit of a similar thing with Asians like years ago on Twitter where he had like all this like Asian hate towards him. But nothing happened then. Maybe we weren't in such a cancel culture kind of society. But Yeah, I think he just recycled it again, and this time it's kind of backfired. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Let me just bring an opposite argument. Yeah. Everyone should have free speech, right?
Mm.
So, should Wiley have been cancelled?
Yeah, I think that's the wider discussion, isn't it? It's not even about like particularly discussing whether what he said was wrong or right or whatever. Because I mean, I think most sane thinking people agree that just saying, "Oh, I hate Jewish people," is just wrong. Like obviously,
Anti-Semitic.
but then the question is then, but yeah, then do you lose all of your platforms? I saw a good post on Reddit though that said, look, like these companies are private companies, private American companies for the most part. Like they don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
They can revoke your right to be on their platform whenever they want. It's not a human right to have like a Facebook account, have a Twitter account.
I think I said this on the podcast that you did before about Spotify banning R. Kelly.
Yeah.
To bring it back around.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the point I was making back then. Like it's not like Facebook's not life.
Yeah.
That's the other side of it. That's probably like something Wiley might say. Like he's not bothered because it's like that's not actual life. Like that's just a tool that we use to try and make money.
He went the opposite way now, hasn't he? And he's been like, oh well, I like this. Like grime's supposed to be underground anyway, so who cares? And, you know, I've always wanted to be that way. And I've had people commenting on my things like, oh well, he's underground. You know, like that's why he's doing this, and you know, he's always wanted to be that way. And it's like it's really easy to say that once you get all those things taken away from you. I understand that grime is an underground culture anyway, you know, from the start. But to say that, oh well, I want to be underground, that's cool. Like, but that's when it's your only option. That's probably it's an easy thing to say.
It's easy to look like a martyr now.
Yeah.
But I do feel like Wiley could have been like more mainstream than he's chose to be.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't want to say like made more money or anything because I don't know how much money he's made. He might be wadded, but yeah, you just feel like he could have been maybe considered up there. So like, I get where that argument comes from because it does feel as if he's kind of just purposefully done some self-sabotage. It's just whether it's kind of he chose to do it or whether it was a bit of a meltdown, isn't it?
That's actually your last point was the thing I was gonna kind of get onto actually, because it was like has he actually chosen not to be mainstream? We don't know, do we? Because he seems. I know watching clips from online isn't the full story, but it seems like Wiley's a tapped guy, man. Yeah, he might be tough to work with. You know, there's a point, you can be tapped. Like, okay, that's your persona. But when you get in like those rooms with the big people, you have to act like a businessman. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Or you have to get someone to represent you to act like a businessman. Yeah. Like, you have, like, there's points where, okay, let's be serious. Like, I wouldn't act how I'm acting now in front of a patient at work. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, is Wiley just tapped?
Wiley's got that, like, duality, though, hasn't he? Where he's, like, he'll say some, like, really crazy things. Yeah. And then he'll say really profound things as well, and things you go, oh, like, he really knows what he's doing. And he's not silly. He's been
wise.
In the industry for, he's been in the industry for years, and he knows how things work. But then that leads you to question, like, if you're so up on that, why do you make these other decisions that you make? Like, are you just a bit unchained, a bit? Yeah. Or do you need help? You know what I mean? Are these, like, cries for help? Do you need someone to reach out and go, like, are you okay?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And to be honest, I'm putting this out there. If Wiley's really underground, he'll come to the neighborhood in your neighborhood podcast. He's invited.
The thing is now, though, this would be the best time, like,
to get him,
because he has to make these. He makes these little burner account things that get banned every week or so. On Twitter, and they've got like 1,000 like followers. Yeah. So like he sees everything. He sees everything now that you post. If you search Wiley out and you find it, because obviously he can't officially say this is my new Twitter, but it's like Wiley recordings or like Wiley something. Wiley recordings 5, Wiley recordings 6, and he just keeps making them every time. So you could reach out now and you'd see it.
Maybe. So, it could be like, remember when Bizarre was handing out verses for £100?
Oh, dear. Yeah.
He had them on sale.
Yeah. I reached out to him to see if he'd do an intro to to the podcast, the old one. And I think he quoted us like, what, £500 or something? Or like $600?
Bloody hell. Listen, that's too much for Bizarre, mate.
Do you think that would, you
maybe
would get
for Conniver? I wouldn't. £500 for Bizarre intro? Nah.
You just do Cameo nowadays. Pay like £50, like, and just get someone to say,
Oh, this is the
Whatever.
In Your Neighborhood
Yeah.
podcast.
How much is Snoop on one of those sites? He's
Ooh.
on one of them, isn't he?
I think he's like still like £700.
For Snoop to do an intro for us.
Let's go off.
Mate,
That's not even. It's not
mate,
much,
that's
I
not
guess.
that bad, you know? Like Snoop for doing the intro for In Your Neighborhood. Yeah, I'm in his house. Is that how he speaks?
That sounded a bit like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
It's
Yeah,
just my
definitely
voice.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, I'm in his house. B.
That's quite a good impression. That, you know.
I sounded a bit female there, I think. A bit feminine. And speaking of that, China are banning effeminate men.
China are banning effeminate men.
effeminate. How do they ban?
they're just banning effeminate men. No.
It's just not allowed. Like, where's the line? How do you decide when someone's effeminate?
No, they stop you at the airport and like, you look too pretty.
It's beard and
Can't
all.
come in. Nah, you're a pretty boy. You can't come in. No, China's government have banned effeminate men on TV
Right.
and told broadcasters to promote revolutionary culture.
What does that mean?
God knows. You know what's mad? Like, I think because we're so stuck in a cocoon,
Yeah.
like, if you hear things from these other countries, you feel like, what the heck is going on? And you feel like, our life's not that bad. Like, I can wear skinny jeans and people won't try and beat me up. You know what I mean?
It might still. It depends. Where
Oh,
you
yeah,
go.
well, it depends where you are, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe in Middlesbrough.
It's not written in stone, but like it's more of unwritten.
Yeah,
Like, it depends where you go in the UK.
Yeah. The president of China wants a national rejuvenation. And you know, I saw this, I don't know who sent it to me. And ironically, I was listening to Drake's album while I was reading this. So Drake's not selling in China. That's the conclusion I'm coming to.
He's not getting in. I don't know.
He's quite effeminate, shall I say?
Yeah, he's in touch with his feminine side.
Yeah, Drake's in touch with his. Some women find that fantastic. You know, Drake has feelings.
Yeah.
A lot of feelings that he expresses. He's a certified lover boy.
It just sounds ridiculous, doesn't it, when you
Mate.
say it like that?
Mate, he's a certified. Drake ain't selling in China, but does he care? Does Drake care? No. Have you listened to Drake's album?
Yeah, I listened to both Drake's album and Kanye's.
Okay,
and,
let's talk about it.
well, see, I haven't really got like a mega strong opinion, so I listened to both. And I think I got through them. But I wasn't really interested in either. I just didn't really care. I don't know if I'm so entrenched in like UK stuff now that I've kind of lost touch. But I really wasn't interested in either. I put them both. Drake's was really enjoyable, kind of background stuff, and Kanye's I don't know. I didn't really get it.
So what are you listening to right now? You said you're listening to UK stuff.
Yeah, Tion Wayne has just dropped an album, Green with Envy. I didn't think it would be all that good because I think I always pegged Tion Wayne to be someone who was like a features kind of person or someone who worked with someone else, and then it was great and you got a little bit of him on the tune. But I thought, can I really listen to like 12 tracks of Tion Wayne? But he actually, he's got a bit of more range, I think, than he seems to have on singles. Yeah, it's a good album.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet either.
Yeah,
good album.
I feel like Tion Wayne wasn't really what isn't really my lane of listening to, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, he's an interesting fella, like in the sense that I don't think there's much like markability around him. Like he hasn't got really, he's not got any gimmicks or anything. He's just kind of him.
Yeah,
and then,
he just
like,
wears his tracksuit and then
he just
goes
he just exists. Yeah. There's nothing like there's no gimmick, no nothing.
Yeah,
He just exists, and I feel like he's had like quite a big rise over the last two or 3 years.
During lockdown, it kind of went crazy.
Yeah, well, obviously he had the number one with Ross and
Millions,
stuff.
yeah.
And then since then he's suddenly getting talked about, kind of.
That's the best way to do it. As soon as you get that number one, just put out the album quickly, get in that studio. Because it's all about hype now. And going back to Drake, my personal opinion is that'll probably be bottom 2 Drake albums I've listened to.
Yeah.
By track 10, I was tired. By track 10. But then again, it's not for me. The album's called Certified Lover Boy. So obviously he depends what he's into. It's probably for women, but you never know with Drake. And I feel like Drake might change a lot in this industry if he finally comes out as like non-binary or whatever. He might be calling Aubrey a they soon. like they are number one again.
It's not like that effeminate, right?
Have you seen the Way Too Sexy video?
No.
Exactly.
Is that a song off? Is that a song off his?
Exactly.
Yeah,
The track
see,
is called Way Too Sexy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Way Too Sexy.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he talking about a woman or himself?
Listen, the track samples. Have you heard Right Said Fred?
Yeah.
I'm too sexy for my.
Yeah. Oh no, I have heard that song. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it not
Really?
just it says samples, but is it not just kind of like
Interpolated.
that song? Like basically just like make like
But Future's Way Too Sexy.
yeah, it's
That's
just it's just
my
Future
expression.
singing the Right Said Fred song.
Yeah, and then Young Thug is at the end.
Sounds absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Just the way
Mate.
you're describing it sounds terrible.
And where did this song end up on the billboards? Number one.
Numero uno.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh,
Drake has got to that level that I've talked about with Eminem before, where if Drake, oh sorry, I'm hitting my mic, but if Drake decided to wake up tomorrow and just fart on the track, he'll get into the top 10.
Probably.
And that's credit to him. He's worked hard over the years. It's hard for a rapper to be relevant for this long. I don't know if it's payola. He's doing the right thing. Whatever he's doing is right. And you can hate on him, but mate,
wasn't it Tiny Temper that had a bar that said basically he could release an album of nothing and it would sell? That's untrue.
No,
But,
because
when
we're
it comes to,
Temper now.
yeah, exactly. But when it comes to Drake
about
could do
Yeah,
that.
Drake.
yeah.
And that the Certified Lover Boy literally had nothing. Like it was an empty album.
Yeah.
There were loads of words, but it just felt empty. Personally, Donda was the better album for me, but Drake's will sell more because Drake is the man right now. Drake is the man in rap right now. Not unfortunately, but he's done well to market himself.
But in my mind, does it just do a bad album so his next album, like everyone goes, oh, it's Drake, he's back?
If he's doing that, that's smart as well.
Just like a throwaway album, but they still hype it up the same because they know everyone will buy it. And then everyone goes, not that great. But then he makes that much music with that many different people.
He makes so much music, man.
He's just going to be back up, isn't he?
Yeah. I was talking to BZ, our other co-host, and I was saying like maybe has he burnt himself out?
Yeah, I don't know. When does Drake hit that wall of being, when like I guess like the Eminem effect, when you hit that wall and then suddenly you're not cool anymore and people start going, nah, don't want that anymore. Like when does that happen with Drake? Because he doesn't seem to have gotten. That's not even discussed yet. He's still looked upon as like young and even like fresh, despite him being around forever.
It's because, unlike Eminem left it late to work. This is my opinion. It's probably wrong, but Eminem left it late to work with these young artists. Drake is always reinventing
Was
himself.
Eminem just really trying to work with his own artists?
Yeah,
That's
and that doesn't
like
work.
all he did for a long time.
It's good sometimes in this industry, quotation marks. It's good to just be friends with everyone.
Who were the artists who were on that album that he tried? Like he had, when he had like his label.
Yeah.
Like
the Shady
Cassius.
like them
People
lot.
like Cassius and stuff. Oh mate,
Yellow Wolf.
Is Yellow Wolf part of Shady?
He was on it. He was on.
Yellow Wolf Shady.
He's on that Cypher thing. From
I think Yellow Wolf is good personally.
He's got like a real cult. Like
I think Yellow Wolf is a good rapper. Good, can
But
sing
where
as
are
well.
the rest?
Was it Royce the 5'9" stuff? Was that?
I think he was just his mate.
Nah,
innit?
Royce the 5'9's a bit different. He's got
Royce-
his own following anyway.
if we go
but it was
on
like
about
Eminem
Royce-
was trying to like bring up as like his own label, and it just didn't quite work. did it?
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, that didn't really work either.
That didn't
did
work.
it?
Yeah.
And Joe Budden, his veins started popping about that as well. But Joe Budden is like the Wiley of America. He's just got a podcast.
I haven't
now.
kept up with what he's doing nowadays. He's fallen out with the other two guys, hasn't he?
As soon as he did that, I just like
What
this
happened with that?
podcast
Did he
isn't
just-
for me.
He
Oh,
just
we're
fell out
just
with them? Rory and Ma.
Rory and Ma. Yeah, like it was.
Are they not friends anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Maybe
so-
not professional wise. I don't know about personal wise, but
Right.
Joe Budden just seems like a night. When people were saying it, I was like, nah, Joe Budden's my guy. Like he
Yeah.
knows what he's doing. I think that guy just wakes up every morning or every alternate morning and chooses violence. I don't get it.
He's a stressy guy, innit?
He just gets angry out for nothing.
The pictures of him like running up that highway, like living my head rent free. When he like chased those guys,
Throwing the
in their
stones
car.
at
Yeah,
with his dirty wife.
Yeah, he's like- I love that. I love those images.
There was
Like,
coffee still on it. I'm joking.
I love those photos so much.
Oh, Joe Budden, what a character. Never change. Well, change a bit because you're losing friends and alienating people.
Some people just enjoy that, don't they?
Yeah, they just enjoy the drama. Like,
Did you?
Yeah,
I think it's the adrenaline or something.
it's an adrenaline rush. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so too. Addict behaviour, right?
yeah. I think it's like me a bit.
What are you addicted to?
I'm just addicted to sweets.
Oh,
Yeah, sweets,
what
man. And
sweets?
Football Manager. I haven't met. I've gone how many minutes into this podcast? I haven't mentioned Football
we're
Manager.
a whole 20 odd minutes.
Bloody hell, that's a record.
So you're addicted to Football Manager and sweets.
sweets,
And Jono
yeah.
wants to know what
What
sweets
sweets,
you're
yeah.
addicted to.
So like we got the Haribos, but not all the Haribos.
Okay.
So the Haribos inside that Star Mix, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you like fizzy one? I like sour sweets.
no. Those ones hurt
Oh.
my tongue a bit and they spoil my appetite.
That's the adrenaline though. That you're like, it's like pain and pleasure. You know when you have those fizzy fish, then after you've had about 5 of them, they start burning your mouth. It's kind of good though.
It's like the BDSM of sweets.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is really burning the bridge of my mouth or whatever. But
I love
I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. It's good.
No, I'm like a bit of a little girl when it comes to my sweets. I like my the heart ones. The heart sweets.
Oh, basic. The heart ones.
The heart
The
ones.
heart ones, yeah, the heart sweets.
The red on
and
the
the
top
eggs.
and the white on the bottom.
Yeah. Whew. Those ones, they hit the
And
spot.
the eggs.
They hit the spot, baby.
Oh, Haribo could turn this into a marketing thing. They do the adverts where they
Yeah.
have like adults and then like
Yeah.
voiced over with kids.
Kids,
They
kids
wouldn't
are-
even need to voice us over. We're talking like that anyway.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
didn't
Like,
understand. Wait a minute, I just got that now. I didn't understand that until just this moment.
what?
Kids and grown-ups love it so.
Yeah, that's
The
yeah.
happy world of Haribo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my eyes have opened.
This is kind of related though. They were talking about addiction, football, and sweets.
Yeah,
I'm sure Gaza, after he came out of like alcoholism, was addicted to sweets for a little bit.
His jumper. Yep.
Or
trap
at least
star.
that was like a Sun article anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Gaza can confirm. It was like Gaza has like shelves of sweets. You know what I mean? He had like cupboards full of just like Haribos or whatever. And that was what he like moved on to after pints.
Really?
Yeah.
No, is this
Did
real?
he actually
fact.
move on from pints?
I
I
think
seen
he
an
still
interview with him a
he might
while
still
ago,
enjoy
and he was
pints.
kind of saying like he could still go back to it, and if he wanted, it's like it's the thing where he can control it if he really wanted. He was
Yeah.
saying that in an interview, and I just thought that's not healthy, is it really?
No, he probably
Addiction,
still
man.
enjoys a pint, but I think he likes Haribos too.
That's a big jump. No, where were you? Like, this is an important question. Where were you when Gaza met up with Raoul Moat?
This is a great question. I was in Scotland. It was a day before Tea in the Park 2010, and I saw Eminem the next day.
How do you remember that? I was just
Because
joking.
no, because of Eminem. I remember it because it was such like a massive show.
We didn't plan this, by the way,
No,
guys.
no. I haven't thought this up. I just remember stuff like this.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in my grand's house, and it was on the news about like this guy in a like shooting people in a taxi or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day it was Tea in the Park, and I went to see Eminem. So
This was 2010.
yes,
Wow.
yeah.
Time flies, man. What possessed Gaza to wake up? No, not wake up, but he saw that and he was like, oh, did he know Raoul?
Do you really need the answer to that question?
Oh, yeah. okay,
Alcohol.
I see. That's
Like,
true. That's true.
I think he might have been indulging in other stuff as well.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
Apparently,
I can save him.
Apparently, he didn't know him. He just
Didn't he say he knew him from nights out?
he said like bouncers or something. Like,
Yeah.
he bumped into him before as a bouncer.
Mate, Gaza.
This is funny. Anyway, again,
Yeah.
I'm off tracking here.
No.
But I've decided I might, if I get sick of YouTube and music and everything, I want to start like a flapjack company, yeah. And I thought I could call it, right, here, ready?
Go
I
on.
call it Raoul Oat.
What? wait. Run that by me again.
So I'm going to, like when I'm like 30,
Oh, Raoul. Oh.
and I call it Raoul Oat.
Jono, I haven't had enough of my Red Bull today. Don't hit me with those too quickly.
You
Raoul
don't think that would go? You don't think that would work?
Raoul, listen.
Like Geordie Flapjacks. Raoul Oat. Raoul Oat.
Raoul. Oh.
I'm not sure how well that'll
Yeah.
land with people,
I
mate.
didn't want to kill your... I don't like killing dreams, but Jono, we
You
have to
might
shoot.
get a small cult little following
Yeah.
of people who love the memes.
The Oaty Moaty.
Ironically, we have to kill that one. We have to shoot that one dead.
Oh, don't.
That idea. Sorry about that.
That was a joke in bad taste.
Yeah. Shouldn't make jokes like that about killing dreams.
Anyway,
Jono, how's the channel going, man? I'm seeing the like Ride Music channel. By the way, guys, subscribe as well as this channel.
Yeah, subscribe to both. I don't know. Is there a link? There'll be a link somewhere.
I don't know, man.
You don't even need a link. You just search it. It'll be there. Like,
Ride Music.
Stop needing a link. That's so
This
lazy.
channel's got a whole 40 subscribers right now.
Yeah.
So
One of them is me.
Yeah.
there we go.
Thanks, man.
Another two
go.
over there.
Thanks, man.
So we've really got 30.
We got like 35.
7.
My burner
in the room.
account. My burner account. You know. Don't want people to know what I'm watching. My history. That's subscribed. No, but like I'm seeing. No, but congratulations on the
Thank
success
you.
of
Yeah,
it, man. Like it's been seriously. It's been good to see.
It's
I
going
think-
all right. Yeah. We're on like just over 15,000 subs now. And
Excellent, innit?
we've had like 1.5 million views, like over
1.5 million views.
like over all the videos. Yeah, like
Do you know why I say it's excellent as well? Because it's not like you're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Like you've got like something that people can come back to each time and they
fallen
know what
into
the
it now.
content is.
Yeah, I feel like I was doing that for a bit, but I feel like everyone does that. It was all kind of related, but it was like, but still every day, like every week when I'm uploading something, I still feel like I am throwing shit at the wall to an extent, because it's like I know what lane I'm in, but like you put something up and you're like so confident in it.
But I feel like
doesn't
when I
work.
watch your channel, it's like almost like everything's branded.
Oh, I'm trying to,
So it just feels like something people can go to, and it's like they know what to expect. They know you're not kind of doing stuff that's like shocking, or just to like get people clicking. Like, you know, it's very informative. It's good journalism,
Thank you,
really.
man. Thank you. No, I've tried to make it like slick. I mean, you used to know, like yourself, like with YouTube, I've said it before, like you've got to walk a fine line between making clickable stuff and making like stuff with like, I don't know. I was gonna say integrity, but that sounds a bit
like
I don't sit there making my videos like, ooh, this must be filled with integrity.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube video, like whatever. But you know what I mean? It's got to be like good content and something that unfortunately like makes the YouTube algorithms like work. So you've got to be like shock, or at least some sort of like click value.
Exactly.
But then when they get into it, it's got to be good as well. So I've tried to like hit a balance.
You know, if you put it in perspective, actually, because you've got like say 15k subscribe. What's wrong with my accent today? It's the Red Bull, man. I've gone back on the Red Bull, but I'm slurring my speech. Sorry.
The kombucha.
But you've got 15k subs. I don't want to say the full word. I would say, like, let's say, even if it's 3,000 people are actually waiting for your weekly video to come out, if not more. So, like, let's say, that's mad, isn't it, if you think about it?
No,
3k people are actually waiting for Ride Music, Jono Ramsey.
No, it
to say,
is.
and then you'll be like, you'll have like 3,000 people in your DMs, like, where's the video if you're on holiday or something?
Yeah.
So that's actually sick.
Yeah, man.
That's really good.
No,
like, congratulations, man.
thank you.
Seriously.
No,
My soundboard is not working. I mean, I would give the round of applause and some.
Thank you.
Yeah, so. Pew, pew.
No. It's how do you two find doing YouTube, like flipping it back on yourself? Because it's a podcast, but you are still at YouTubers.
Yeah. It's a tough one, man. Like, we're just
I
starting
don't think we approach it like YouTubers, and that's probably our fault.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we're going wrong.
You used
Like,
to
we're
do like
just
the thumbnails, and now it's like you've decided that you're going to go natural.
Yeah, just through being lazy. That's all it is. It's just loads of grafts.
Had a quick look, and obviously the most viewed video is the one where Reali-T's not here. So
I know.
Wow.
Flipping nails, son.
Yeah,
They want to kick me out of my own neighborhood.
And it was
like Pretty Patel.
It was through Zoom on a phone, which the Wi-Fi connection was dropping out every 2 minutes as well.
Why do you think that one did
Maybe
better than the rest?
Just the person who was on it. I think it was B Rips.
Yeah, it was.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
He must have a bit of a following.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Shout out B Rips.
Blitz one's doing good as well.
Yeah. Because his one was, I think, has been the most impactful along all social media.
Yeah, you can
As a
see
whole-
like Blitz has a following.
Has a following, definitely. And even with that following as well, it's spread as well. Like, because these things spread like wildfire, isn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as there's like one inverted commas viral moment,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay. And what he was saying was like profound.
It was good. Yeah.
What he was saying was
Yeah,
profound.
you know, you could tell he'd thought about it and he
Yeah.
knew what he was talking about and he meant it.
Yeah. And that's the opposite of me, because I just...
Chat a load of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Verbal diarrhea, yeah.
Chat a
You
load.
guys know me. Whatever comes out my mouth, pause.
Man,
Hold up.
I'm the same. I just like say. I like to think that I just say what I'm thinking.
But the
what I'm feeling on it,
videos, you
and,
come across very eloquent.
I write a script in that,
Okay.
and then like I'm trying to read the script, and then there'll be moments where like I just like
Freestyle.
yeah, just like sort of shoot the breeze and stuff, and it sometimes goes well, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But then you can edit it, right?
Yeah. So if I went really on and in on French Montana and how I didn't like him in this last video, and I was going on about him jumping on like big hits, and then I went back and I looked, and they're his songs, and I was like, what? These are
Like
your songs.
unforgettable.
Oh yeah, I was like, that's your song. I was like, okay, I've got to cut all that out because I sound really stupid. The point's still
No,
valid.
but you might be right because like it's your song and yet you've just got
Yeah, I
16
forgot.
Sound like
bar
a
on it.
feature.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
it was
that's
his
a bit
song.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but stuff like that, yeah, like I cut a lot of stuff out. But people, when you start to get a following and people watching you, people like read into every little thing that you say.
Yeah.
Because I said on the Wiley video, Wiley's still putting out shit. And when I say shit, I don't mean
Like-
shit.
like rubbish,
I mean
yeah.
just stuff, like content. And someone was like, if you're referring to an artist as shit, then da 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 da. And it's like,
you're
come on,
referring-
man. Like, it's such a people do like such stretches and like stretch what you've said and really try the best to be offended by
Yeah.
it.
And
It's
next
crazy.
you'll be on the front page of the Sun, like Jono says Wiley's rubbish.
Yeah. Well, I've said he's still putting out shit, as in just an album stuff.
Yeah, it's just like-
I put out shit. You put out shit. Shit. It's not that bad. Like,
Yeah, you have to at some point be like kind of immune to these
oh yeah, man.
to these things. Like people are just sensitive because we live in a very sensitive. Everyone, I feel like, wants to be offended by something
Yeah.
or wants to jump. It's like I feel like it makes people feel important if you're on a train with other people where it's like everyone's offended about something.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like if you stand out and you're not offended, it's like you're the weirdo.
That's kind of the YouTube game though as well. You're looking to, you want some people to disagree with you or they won't watch it. Like,
That's the thing.
yeah.
Controversy creates chaos.
not even controversy, just something I like.
Not chaos, but you know.
Yeah.
I like heard that saying.
Yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah.
Controversy
just-
creates chaos. Sometimes it does.
Yeah, it
don't know
does
if
create
that's what you
chaos,
want.
but I just wanted to get alliteration. Forgive me. Go on. Go on. That was terrible.
But no,
Could it be
like
controversy creates content.
that's true.
That's true. That's true.
But no, you want people in the comments like discussing stuff,
Yeah.
not arguing. Hopefully,
Yeah.
just like you want people to disagree with you and other people to agree with you. So they're on, and then they start talking to each other in the comments, and then the algorithm just rolls itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If people are having an argument in your comments
Yeah.
and you're not involved, that's it. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Like,
Exactly. That actually reminds me of when we did the Black Lives Matter video.
Oh yeah.
And it was controversial because I was doing my like poetry thing.
yeah.
Wonder why we're so mad. Kind of poetry thing about black people getting oppressed and that. And then I may have told this story before, but I woke up one morning. It had loads of views. Like for us, it was like
It was like was it 5,000?
5,000. But that happened like overnight.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, oh my gosh, what's happened here? Has the news picked it up?
Yeah.
Am I going to be on Good Morning with Piers Morgan? Like, what's going on here? And then I see the likes to dislike ratio.
Oh.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it all up. I'm telling you, I want to. And then I see the comments. White power,
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
make America great again.
Wasn't
I'm
it?
like, what?
So you don't know. You must be 30 years old. You
Yeah.
don't know what happened to these people.
Yeah, you don't know.
Why does it bother you? Like it was stuff like
Yeah,
that, wasn't it?
And they were like, you weren't around during slavery times. I didn't even
Yeah.
rap about slavery times.
No.
Because I'm black, I'm supposed to rap about slavery.
That's crazy. So did someone just shout in one of like a white supremacist group or something?
I think, what's his name? David Duke, the KKK guy. He probably played it at one of their forums.
Yeah.
It's like, let's get him. Let's give him loads of dislikes.
Might be bots.
I don't
Nazi
know, man.
bots.
They were pretty specific.
Nazi robots.
Yeah, they were pretty
They were just really like American right wing, weren't
right
they?
Yeah.
wing. Like, they skipped UK. They skipped UKIP.
Like to them, that's not it's not racist.
It's not racist, just like white power. Like, oh,
Well, maybe that is, but like, you know,
more
some of the
power
stuff-
to you.
Some of the stuff they were saying was
Yeah, it was a bit mad. They weren't called. You know what's actually dignified about those racists in those comments? No one actually pulled out the N-word. You know, they were more creative.
yeah,
with it.
that's what I mean, because they were like to them acceptable things to say.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah.
they were making sure they didn't say that because they were trying to prove a point.
True.
It was meant to be like basically. Do you know what it was? The All Lives Matter people. That's who it
All
was.
lives. Oh, there was that in the comment. All lives
There was
matter.
a lot of that. That's who it was. It was during that movement.
Yeah.
Because you obviously expressed yourself during like when Black Lives Matter started to pick up.
Yeah.
As a movement, especially over here. You're like, you know, I've got something to say. Then the All Lives Matter was like counteracting all of the content in it. So that's where they just jumped on it.
It was mad.
It was a mad time, that one.
Yeah, it was crazy time. It was like utopia.
When you
Plus,
saw
we were in lockdown as well.
When you saw it, were you like, even when you realised like who it was watching it, were you still happy to have the views? Or were you like,
Mate, you know me very well.
were you like,
I'm like, yeah, views.
yeah.
at least someone's talking about me.
What's it? There's no bad press or something. Is that what's the saying?
No press. No, bad press is still no wait.
It's something
Bad
like
press
that, isn't
is
it?
still good press.
It's
I
something
don't
like
know
that.
what the saying is.
You're the journalist, John.
Yeah, I'm not the celebrity though. I'm the one writing the bad press.
True. Bad press is still good. Is it?
You
know what? Let's move on from that. Bad press.
It's a really cliche phrase, and I can't even remember.
No press is bad press.
That kind of
Must
that
be
probably
that.
makes sense.
Piers Morgan, let us know.
Yeah, he gets a lot of that.
He's the one that's been tapping phones. Even though
still doing that?
he wants to tap Meghan. Forgive me for that. We won't get into that one. Listen, Jono.
Yeah,
Thanks again for coming on the podcast, bro.
it's all right.
What's been what have you got? What have you got planned?
What have I got planned?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a video coming out. We're gonna do one on JME. I say we. I mean me. I don't know. I talked as if there was. Like,
It depends when this pod comes out. It might be out already. So
I don't know. It depends how hard I work to actually get it out. But yeah, I'm gonna do like a little mini documentary thing on JME because JME is like one of these guys that like I think for me he was probably like the first person that got me into grime and any form of UK rap. So like
JME Serious 2006.
Nah, it's later than that because I was what 11, 2006. So it was like
I forget how old I am.
Nah, it was more like 2008, 2009. It was like more around like was it Famous or was it Blam? The first one that came out.
Okay.
Over Me was like the first video I can remember, the first track, and then so I think JME is like a massive. He played a massive part in kind of my introduction to like UK and like all UK stuff is actually good. Like JME and Skepta actually, funny enough.
Are you going to talk about the fact he was like the first rapper to set up a mobile phone network?
Yeah, I seen that as well. You know what? There's so many things about JME that are just so unique, and I kind of I look up to him. And this might be a really really good segue actually, because obviously he's teetotal, he's vegan.
Oh, okay.
So
he's vegan.
Yeah, JME's always been vegan.
Oh well, I guess it's been a good run of me listening to JME, but I've got beef with vegans at the moment.
Are we going to get into that now? Or?
So. Oh yeah, we forgot about that. Are you still vegan, John?
I'm not. I'm like one of those people. I'm vegetarian, right? Yeah. But I don't drink milk, so I drink oat milk. So I want to be vegan, I guess. But I still eat chocolate and stuff and eat pizza, like cheese.
It keeps. His mind's telling him no, but his body's telling
no.
him
I haven't ate meat in like 4 years or something. I've been vegetarian for age. I'll never go back to that now.
Yeah. What real man eats meat?
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm taking the piss. I don't know why I said that.
I wouldn't be allowed in China, probably.
Yeah.
Because it's effeminate.
You know, actually, real men eat meat. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that the thing? I get hit with adverts and stuff.
Don't clip that. Don't clip that because I'll get cancelled.
You ever been hit with those adverts on Instagram? Yeah. And this really strange account, and it hits it. It's like, men these days don't eat meat. Don't do this. Do this. They should go to the gym. And it's like this thing that's really advocating like old school like masculine stuff.
Listen, F with that, man.
It might be China. That ad
probably
might
China.
be trying to like.
A lot of stuff is made in China, so that's probably made in China too.
But no meat.
So you've got an electric car.
Don't eat meat.
And you're kind of vegan.
Yeah, so I'm basically.
Yeah, you're not allowed in China.
Nah, my carbon footprint is like so small. I'm saving the planet in so many.
Oh no, it's not gonna be. I'm gonna hit up my boy Xi Jinping. I think that's his name.
Is that the president?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, President Xi Jinping.
I don't think you're saying that right.
Big up him, man.
Sorry if I got the pronunciation wrong. Well, I guess we're both not allowed in China now.
You said his name's Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping.
Jinping.
Where's XI? How do you pronounce XI? C.
Probably, yes.
And his last name is Jinping.
Jinping.
It's not made up.
He's just got a mad name.
This
Yeah,
reminded me. It's reminding me.
His
This
name's
is
a bit mad, fam.
this is a bad segue as well. In the last like 3 weeks, for whatever reason, I've rewatched the Rush Hour series. And that's not even that bad of a segue, man.
I just went straight to the part where he goes, "You, yeah, me, you."
Oh yeah, that's
That wouldn't be allowed to go around now.
no, bro. So much of it is terrible. Like,
What terrible as in politically incorrect or
Well, the entire joke is like, oh, I'm Chinese, I'm black. Like that is the joke. Those are the two movies. Like, oh, we don't get on. Like our cultures are different. That is the entire joke.
we're so easily pleased back then. Black then.
No, from honestly 1, 2, and 3, it's all just like, oh, we are different.
Yeah. You don't
Like
know.
this is the joke.
Yeah.
And all the jokes are like really racist. Well, they're quite racist.
Yeah.
And then there's like just misogynistic shit about like, oh, she's fat, she's ugly. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're all really bad.
hell.
I don't want to like. I'm not starting like the cancel Rush Hour campaign because it was just back
You've
then.
got a following now. Be
I
careful.
know. And you watched all 3.
You right.
I thought it was so bad that I was like, yeah, man.
Watching this, nah.
No, but I thought by 2009 or whatever they would have like cleaned it up a little bit.
No, we were still heavy
no.
in the misogyny
But
back then.
Jackie Chan says the N-word as well.
What?
Yeah,
No,
he does.
cancel him. No,
Yeah.
actually, if I was to allow a Chinese person to say the N-word,
It'd be
you know what?
JC. Who? Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah,
That's who we're talking about, right?
It is, yeah.
I thought you meant Jesus Christ. I was like, what?
Would you allow him to?
I'll say,
Now, arguably,
wait, Jono, just take this and carry on with what you're saying.
I was going to say
You're gonna get cancelled.
arguably he is black, right?
Who? Jackie
Jesus
Chan?
Christ. Not Jackie
Oh no!
Chan.
What? I'm so confused.
Not
I'm
Jackie
too
Chan.
confused on this.
Why would Jackie Chan?
Wait, my cheeks are hurting. You know, there was a really dumb joke in Rush Hour
There's a lot. Yeah.
where I don't know why I found this so funny and so stupid, and I think it was in the trailer, and it's with that pretty French girl. French woman. I think it was in the third one.
Okay.
And then it's like I've never been with an American man before.
Yeah.
And Chris Tucker was like, neither have I.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Why did they what? Like,
You have the sprinkling of like gay jokes in there as well. I
Yeah,
mean,
like
they wouldn't go miss. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it's obviously like homophobic.
Homophobic, misogynistic, a little bit racist. Rush Hour.
Me, Rush
But
Hour.
I watched all 3, so
Rush Hour, me.
boom.
Go
You think
catch
you're gonna-
that on your favorite streaming platform.
Yeah, they're all there now. They're all there. Yeah. I love Jackie Chan though, and Chris Tucker,
Jackie Chan
to be fair.
is
They're
fantastic.
both good guys, and they didn't write the script, so
Yeah, exactly. They just acted in it and approved.
got paid for it, yeah,
and got paid for
and
it.
still get paid for it now.
Yeah, yes. Listen, Jono, thank you very much. Will you swing by the neighborhood again?
I will.
Thank you very much for visiting. You came from a bit of a distance with the electric car.
I rode from Gateshead in the Lecky Whip.
Bloody hell. Well, I hope you get back home safely without it breaking
I'm
down, running out of
gonna have
battery.
to hang around for another half hour to let this.
Oh,
car
that's
charge,
cool.
man.
That's cool. Yeah, so
We're just eating anyway, right?
yeah, we're gonna eat. I brought a packed
Oh,
lunch.
well, I've timed that perfectly.
Yeah. Yes, in your neighborhood podcast. I don't know what episode we're on today, but thank you very much for listening and
27,
watching.
I think.
Yeah, we're around that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Boom.